The fact that you've clicked on this video means that you want to build wealth and basically set yourself up in your 20s instead of drinking, smoking, partying, because that's not the life that you see for yourself. You do not see that as enjoyment. So let's talk about exactly how you can get ahead of 99% of people in your 20s, because the aim here is to make sure that you attain financial freedom as soon as possible. That's exactly what I'm going to be teaching you about. Number one is to figure out what you don't want. Now, if you're like me, I struggle when it comes to actually like coming up with a vision, because I feel like what I want, I have not seen any examples of. The type of lifestyle that I want to live is one that I am not really seeing as much as I would like to see. I mean, I see parts of it and like people on social media and so on, but I haven't seen the exact thing. So it's now become really hard for me to even envision it myself. And I'm not very visual. I can't visualize stuff. I struggle so much when it comes to visualizing. So instead of making things hard for myself, I have decided to then create an anti-vision. So basically, based on the things that I am seeing that I know I don't want, I can then create a vision from that. I now know what is the worst case scenario and what steps I would have to take to get to that worst case scenario so that I can actually avoid that. So if you know that you also struggle with visualizing or like, you know, creating a vision, then create an anti-vision. What's the worst case scenario that you could get into? What's the worst lifestyle that you could be living, or the type of person that you end up becoming if you have certain traits? So this means that you now need to pick up on the certain habits that people who are living that life actually have. You now need to pick up on what they did to get to where they are right now so that you can avoid that. And it's something that I'm trying so hard to work towards is ultimate freedom. Freedom to travel anywhere around the world, freedom to buy whatever I want, and freedom to be whoever I want to be. The second thing that you need to do is to actually do research. Now that you've created an anti-vision, you now know what life you don't want to live. So basically now you know that you just need to live the opposite of that, okay? So maybe you don't want to have a 9-to-5. So the next thing that you need to do is figure out what to do instead of having a 9-to-5. Can you be a content creator? Are you starting your own business? How exactly can you actually go about it? That's why we have a research phase. This means you are going to consume a lot of content. The best way to actually learn is to be here on YouTube. That's why I spend so much time. I think my screen time is scary. The amount of time that I spend on YouTube is a lot, but I learn so much. I go on YouTube to educate myself. I go on YouTube to learn something new. So that's the reason why for me, I'm allowed to have that much screen time, okay? Because I'm learning. Allow me to just have a lot of time that I spend on social media, okay? It's not because I don't have a life. Now, while you're actually doing that research, what you need to make sure that you're doing is learning from people who are living a life that you want to live. Do not take advice from people who are living a life you don't want to live, because you're going to end up like them. And quite frankly, you don't want to end up like them because you don't like the life that they're living. If you don't want to have kids, okay, that sounds bad, but like if you don't want to have kids, then don't take advice from people that have kids. It's I know it sounds like mean, but like don't take advice from people that have kids, or else, you know, kind of just filter out certain advice because, you know, maybe they're really good. Because I have seen some people, like I have standards for like people that I watch and the content that I consume, but there's some people that are like really good and I love the way that they talk. So I just have to like learn how to filter out certain like advice. Always listening to this YouTuber. She though is not Christian, so you can hear certain advice that she gives that she's not Christian, and for me I'm just like yeah, I can't do that, but you know what, I can do other things. So learn to filter out if you can. But I would suggest that you actually learn from someone who's living a life that you want to live. You want to live in a penthouse? Yeah, get someone who actually lives in a penthouse, because there are people on YouTube that are living the life, or rather a very similar life to the one that you want. It might not be the same, they might not be exactly like you, because after all, we're unique, we're different people, but they're very close to it, so you can actually learn from them. How did they get to where they are right now? What steps did they take? The thing about people on YouTube is they love bragging. I don't know if we can take it as bragging, but like they love sharing their story. They're going to share with you how they made their millions. And instead of being dumb and saying that, no, they're lying, because that just shows your limiting beliefs. Please, if you're one of those people, please let's stop doing that. That means that you need to fix up your mindset as well, okay? If they're teaching you how they made their millions, Why is it that the first thing that comes to your mind is that's impossible? That means that you're not going to be able to make that money, okay? You need to change your mindset. It does not work for you to be doing that, okay? Number 3, I want you to learn 3 high income skills. Now, for me, I chose to learn marketing, copywriting, and sales. Those are the ones that I'm focusing on right now. I've been focusing quite a lot on digital marketing, and now I'm moving on to learning about sales and copywriting, because that does have a very big influence in the business that I have. So I'm learning these things, and I think I will share with you guys exactly like the whole process of me learning and what I'm learning as well, because I want to fix up my writing, because I've been running away from writing, because I just prefer to have video, because with video I don't have to fix up my writing skills. So, but then the thing is, every business that you have, there's going to be copywriting in there somewhere. You need to make sure, because especially with the fact that you have a business, you're going to be trying to sell something, so you need to work on your writing. So that's something that I am working on. So I have a proper video about high income skills that you can learn. Please let me know, because they're quite a lot, and we'll have to like break them down so you can figure out which one would be the best for you. After all, any skill that you're learning is based on you and your personality, things that you actually enjoy. You need to learn a skill that you enjoy. Now, let's talk about the reason why we actually learn these skills. Is because we want to monetize. We want to actually make money from these skills that we are learning. If you know right now that you actually want to start a business that you are passionate about, you need to learn a certain skill that's going to allow you to actually make money from your interest, or to make money from whatever it is that you are passionate about. But that will only happen if you learn certain skills that will allow you to actually do that. Number 4, I need you to create a personal brand. I don't care if you are trying to get a job, you are trying to start a business, you are, I don't know, you want to be a freelancer, whatever it is that you want to be, I need you to have a personal brand. You can start a business on the side afterwards, whatever it is that you're going to do afterwards, but I need you to have a personal brand. The reason why I'm talking about personal brand is because it's been working in my favor. Basically, your personal brand is yourself. You are sharing your interests, skills, or whatever it is, the knowledge that you already have is what you're going to be sharing on social media. You are showing up as yourself, as your authentic self. Please do not be very different on camera than you are in real life, guys, please, because you're going to meet people who know you on camera, and then it's going to be a whole weird experience. Okay, you don't want to do that. Be yourself. If you have terrible jokes like me, please just let's stick to that. Okay, it's not as bad as you think it. Okay, it is, but like it's not as bad as you think it is. Okay, it's not a big deal. Obviously, you need to choose a platform or two that you actually are going to be using to share this content and to build your brand. I would suggest that you have a long form and short form platform that you can actually be sharing in. I started off on TikTok. I think TikTok worked for me. I tried Instagram, but then I wasn't growing on Instagram as much as I would have liked, so I ditched it for some time, focused on TikTok, posted a lot on TikTok. When I felt like I was now, I was stable, like I didn't have that many followers, but like I was stable in TikTok, then I moved on to starting to repurpose my content onto Instagram as well, and then decided to actually start a YouTube channel. A YouTube channel has a very high barrier to entry, because you freak out. Like, certain videos that can blow up on TikTok will perform so badly here on YouTube. But I just wanted to talk more, or go in depth and explain exactly what I was talking about in my TikTok videos, which is the reason why I actually started the YouTube channel. I wasn't as consistent when I started off, but I'm trying to be consistent now. Okay, we're making this work. And also work with your strengths. Please do not go to a platform that you do not like, that you have absolutely no idea about, and you don't even use it yourself. Okay, you're going to struggle if you do that. Find a platform that allows you to be yourself. If you like writing, Twitter is there. Starting a blog is something that you can do. If you prefer to be on video, then TikTok, YouTube, those things are there. You can use that. If you prefer to talk to people without people necessarily seeing you, you can go to podcasting. That works. Find what works for you. Obviously, you will shift and things will change as time goes on, because I'm thinking of starting a blog, but that's a whole other video that we need to talk about. But all I'm saying is find what works for you and go with it. You don't necessarily have to stick to it. Go with it for some time. Maybe it's going to be for 3 months, 6 months, a year. If you feel like it's going well or it's not going well, you can decide then if you want to ditch it. But all I'm saying is do not ditch it after a month, okay? Because you will not see any growth in like a month unless, I don't know, you're some well-known person. But if not for that, it's not going to work as quickly as you expect it to. Number 5 is to monetize your interest. Now, there are different ways to actually do this. 1, you can become a freelancer. 2, you can actually start a coaching business. 3, you can start an agency. Now, it's up to you to decide exactly how you're going to go about it. Now, coaching also has consultancy in it, okay? You can decide if you want to be a coach or consultant. Now, the way that you can actually start making money is maybe by offering online courses where you share your knowledge. But I would not suggest that you start with online courses if you have not verified that people actually want whatever it is that you want to offer to them. You haven't created that much content and you think you're going to like launch an online course and it'll pull through, like it's going to blow up. It doesn't work that way, okay? There with online courses, I genuinely feel like you need to have a little bit of an audience. You don't necessarily have to have like 100,000 followers or subscribers or whatever, but you do need to have a little bit of an audience because you need something that's going to convince people to actually pay for this course. Something else that you can do is to sell digital products or start a product-based business, because it depends with what exactly you are actually interested in. Because for some people, they're interested in cooking. Their idea of starting a business would be to sell kitchenware. That's something that they're interested in. So it's always going to be dependent on what you're interested in and how you choose to actually monetize that. If you want to start a product business, that's okay. You want to start a service business, that's okay as well. You want to start a coaching business, a freelance business, whatever way you go about it, you just need to make sure that you've thought about how exactly you're going to be monetizing whatever it is that you are doing, because it's something that you do need to think about. We're not just working here, we're not influencers. There's a difference. Please know that there's a difference between what I'm talking about and just, being an influencer or content creator. You are building a business, whether it's a service business, a product business, whatever business, but you are building a business. You are not an influencer, okay? Yes, you can get brand deals. Yes, you can have sponsored posts and so on, but you are a business owner. You are not dependent on getting brand deals to actually make money. You are dependent on using your knowledge or your skills as a way to make money. That's the difference between us and influencers, because honestly, that's a whole other sector. That's something completely different. To be honest, I feel like I don't have it in me to be an influencer, guys. That's why I just like sit here and talk, because like not dressing up and nice places, pictures, and I can't do that. I barely even leave my room. How am I supposed to now be an influencer? No, if I'm an influencer, it's for educational stuff that I already share here. It's for business related stuff, because I don't want problems. I want issues. I'm not an Instagram baddie, okay? So it's know what you're able to do, okay? So find your lane. You are in your 20s right now. You're still trying to figure yourself out. But all I'm saying is give yourself the opportunity to figure out what you want to do. And if you are not making any moves, you have too much free time on your hands. So you end up doing things you're not supposed to be doing, okay? Please find something to do. Start learning things that you don't necessarily learn in college, in high school, in wherever it is that you are at the moment, okay? Because maybe you are planning ahead. Start learning now so that you can actually start making a lot of money in your 20s. Learn how to manage that money, and by the time you get to your 30s, you've either acquired a lot of experience or you actually have made it to millionaire status, okay? So that's what we're working towards. If you know that the life that you're seeing your friends or people around you living is not the one that you want, you need to do something different. If you're sitting around and you're like, I don't want that life, it's not going to happen, okay? Because you are just sitting around and doing nothing. It's not going to help you. So you need to figure out how exactly you are going to go about your own journey, figuring out how you're going to be making money. And if you know that you don't want to live like all the 99% of people, then do things different. Find your own way. Find your own path that you're going to be going on, because you can't expect different results if you are performing the same as everyone else. I know not everyone that watched this video is going to make it to this point, so comment millionaire by 30 so I know that you made it to this point. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I have a lot more content that's coming for you, and I am excited to be sharing this new content that I'm coming up with. I will have a proper video where I actually discuss the whole rebranding and what this new content is going to be, but make sure that you actually stick around. I have a lot of content for you, especially if this is something that you're interested in. We're going to be going in depth about the whole monetization process, starting a business, marketing your business, self-development is something else that I'll be incorporating into my channel, because I feel like you need to be a person who is worth those millions that you want to make in your business. You need to have worked and gotten to a certain mindset so that you can actually achieve all these things that you want to achieve. So we're going to be talking all about that, and you're going to be learning a lot more about me. So make sure that you subscribe, that you stick around. I am glad that you watched this video. Now we've come to the end of the video, but I do have a video that I know you're going to need to watch that is about how to start a business with no money. I'll be sharing the process that I used to actually start my own service business with no money, because I know a lot of y'all don't have money right now, okay, or else you're not willing to actually invest any money in starting a business. So I'm going to tell you exactly how you can go about it and what process you need to go on in order to actually start making money. So make sure that you check out that video.